Hi students, Namaste. This is Arjun Gupta from St. Joseph Degree College. Today in this session we are supposed to discuss a small topic, the basic differences between central bank and commercial bank. First of all, let us compare the most important differences. Later, we can see the basic differences between central bank and commercial bank. Meaning, the bank which looks after the monetary system of the country is known as central bank, whereas the establishment which provides banking services to the public is known as commercial bank. Now, objective. The major objective of central bank is public welfare and economic development, whereas for commercial bank the major objective is earning profits. Now, let us see the basic differences. The central bank is the apex monetary institution which has been specially empowered to exercise control over the banking system of the country. The commercial bank, on the contrary, is a constituent unit of banking system. The central bank does not operate with a profit motive. The primary aim of the central bank is to achieve the objectives of economic policy of the government and maximize the public welfare through monetary measures, whereas the commercial banks have profit earning as their primary objective. The central bank is generally a state-owned institution, while the commercial banks are normally privately owned institutions. The central bank does not deal directly with public. The commercial banks, on contrary, directly deal with the public. The central bank does not compete with commercial banks. Rather, it helps them by acting as the lender of last resort. The central bank has the monopoly of note issue, whereas the commercial banks do not enjoy such right. The central bank is the custodian of foreign exchange reserves of the country. The commercial banks are only the dealers in foreign exchange. The central bank acts as the banker to the government. The commercial bank act as bankers to the general public. The central bank acts as bankers' bank, means the commercial banks are required to keep a certain portion of their reserves with central bank. The central bank helps them at the time of emergency, and the central bank acts as the clearing house for the commercial banks. But the commercial banks perform no such function. Printing of currency. The commercial banks cannot print currency notes and mint coins. The Central Bank of India has the power to print currency notes worth from rupees 2 and above. Acceptance of deposit. A commercial bank accepts deposit from the public, whereas the central bank does not accept any deposit from the public. Provision of loans. The commercial bank provides loans to the industry and to the public, whereas the central bank provides loans to scheduled bank and financial institutions. Total in number. There are several commercial banks currently operating in India. However, there is only one apex bank in our nation called as RBI or Reserve Bank of India. Framing monetary policy. Commercial banks do not frame any monetary policy of the country, whereas central bank frames monetary policy of a country. Monetary control. The same as framing monetary policy, commercial banks do not have any control over central bank, but central bank monitors the working of all commercial banks. Account holders. Individuals and organizations are the account holders of commercial banks. Banks and government are the account holders of central bank. The general relationship between central and commercial banks or the central bank is the head of financial system. All financial institutions including commercial banks are regulated and monitored by the central bank. All commercial banks must maintain an account with the central bank. These balances are used for check clearing purposes between the banks. Payments for checks between banks are set off at the central bank's clearing house. The central bank can also demand commercial banks to deposit a certain percentage of their total deposits with the central bank in order to control the money supply. The central bank is a lender of last resort and aids commercial banks when needed. The central bank dictates the interest rate that commercial banks can offer by setting the bank rate. This is the interest rate set by the central bank and the rate at which commercial banks and central bank transact businesses. Example: loans offered by central bank to commercial banks. These are the basic differences between central bank and commercial bank. Students, I hope you have enjoyed this session a lot and thanks for watching the video. Thank you.